Erik, you ready?
Let's go. So, Pula, I was watching the highlights the other day of the ISL, and there's this one guy that really stood out, and he's probably one of the best foreigners ever come to India. We're talking about Hugo Boumous. Who is Hugo Boumous to you?
I think he's someone I'd like to know better. He's a bit abstract. Two sides of a coin on the pitch. He's a bit of a brat, but he does what he wants. But I think he's earned the arrogance. And last but not the least, I think he'd like this. He's never boring. What about you, Erik? Who is Hugo Boumous?
I think he's like French knife through French butter. You know, I think he's sharp, he's devastating, very rich at times, but he also, produces every single match. And I think he has set that benchmark for every single player that's come across to India. So, Mr. Hugo Boumous, who is Hugo to you?
Oh, guys, it's quite tough, to reply to that kind of question. So, yeah, I'm just a 20 years old boy coming from France, living in India, like having great experience here in India for last 5 years, having like met so many great people here, so many people across football, different actor, player, coach, Indian people, foreign people. Uh, what an experience to be here, to be part of the like ISL. I'm growing here. It's quite rare. I think maybe I'm one of the oldest foreigner to be here, but the difference is that I came when I was only like 22. So yeah, maybe some couple of years more here in India with you guys trying to make football like growing a lot and to help like the development of the Indian football.
Yeah, you came to India very early in your career, Hugo. I've not seen many, if any, foreigners come to the league and continuously get better with each season. The off seasons are quite long, and the amount of games is not many as well. And with all that said, do you think you made the move a little early to India? Was there much left for you in European football?
Yeah, some people can think that 22 is early to come, it was early for me to come in India, but no, it's my own, like it's my own way. I took at the end this decision when I was 22 because I got this opportunity through FC Goa and Sergio Lobera. And I can tell you today, as I'm 28, that I don't regret at all to have taken this decision at that moment. I'm very happy to have taken this decision, and I'm proud of the way I have done.
Hugo, you've won everything in Indian football. I mean, in domestically, and you've done it with multiple clubs. And on your day, when you want, you can walk past defenders. You are an ISL star, but you are also, it seems, and I might be wrong, you're also in a comfort zone. You have bossed the league. But are you okay with being a star in this league because you are 28? In a way of the ambitious footballer inside you, do you think you can play at a higher level compared to where you have played for the last 5 years?
I could have played before at the IGL level. I could play right now at IGL level. But as we talked just before, it's all about decision. And being here in India in the different club I have been in Goa, in Mumbai, and now in Mohun Bagan, I've been, like valued by all those teams and by all the people here in India, in the Indian football and everything. And I feel that it's really important, to be valued here. And I as of now, I don't see the point going somewhere else where I will not be as valued as I am here, and the people here, they like me as I'm happy to be here. I don't really see the point to go elsewhere, even if you're saying that I'm like someone who is very ambitious and everything. As of now, my ambition, is to keep going the way I have been doing for the last 5 years, keep the same standard in my performance and help, the team where I am to lift other trophy. My aim remain the same. It's not because I've got some trophy that I'm okay. I will stop to like, as you say, you talking about comfort zone. When you're like professional footballer and you play at the higher level, you every day you have to try to raise your standard to give you the best for you and for your team and for the people who are watching you.
That's so important, isn't it? I think when you get to a standard or a level, when you get to your career and you start to feel a little bit safe, not many professional footballers get to feel safety. Every year it's re-signing a contract here. I've got to push myself there. It's nice to see you stay in the same league, and we certainly appreciate having you on the shores of India, and it's nice to see you still want to keep winning things. Do you want to try and tap into where you gained your confidence from? We know French people are quite exuberant. It's part of the culture. I like the food. Quite bold, patriotic, proud people. Being French and having a lot of confidence, is that why you reflect so much confidence in your game? Where did you get that from? Was that from being kicked about five-a-side pitches when you were younger and learning harsh lessons, or where does that come from? That confidence that you ooze when you play.
Playing, going to the school with my ball at between each classes, playing with my friends. After the school going to the park close to my home, playing with my brother, with my brother's friends. Playing. I had one history that I can tell you. So my neighbor, when I was a kid, he was a friend of my father, and he was the first Moroccan professional footballer playing in French first division.
Oh.
And so this was like kind of 40 years ago. He came in France. He was the first Moroccan player in France. And so he was my neighbor when I was a kid. And at that moment, he became a coach in Rennes, Stade Rennais, for the football school. So he took me with him, and so I got the license to play for Stade Rennais, for the football school of Stade Rennais. So already when I was 6, 7, was going maybe twice a week at the training, this. And I think at that age, this, beside the fact that I was always having a ball with me, loving football, real passion, and playing always. This is where I got the, let's say, the technical ability, and the talent. And of course, then the next year, from, let's say, 12, I was already at 12. I went into the academy of Stade Rennais, and at that moment already it's already like kind of selection, to be in, and you're already at 12 under pressure, and you have to show, what you are able to do it with the ball and everything. So, and at that age, which is quite early, from 12 already, you go into a special school, and every day you have training, and of course you have the game on the weekends. So, playing at that early age, like every day, daily, then that, all of this, help you to become like a good player, and get the confidence that you guys are talking, like I'm having during the game and everything. And as well, I think it's myself, is kind of, like my person, to be confident on the pitch, and to take a risk, and to try.
That's wonderfully detailed, Hugo. That's a nice little narrative as well. We love the history. I'm just gonna take it slightly off, off the pitch and into the dining room. And we do follow your Instagram, and we do see you go around places. It seems you like desserts. You have a sweet tooth. You like sugar. We've done a bit of
No,
I didn't
we've
say
done a bit of
anything.
no,
research.
not
Is it true, or is that just a rumor?
I said nothing.
no. To be honest, no. I love the food. I love, if there is something that can be dangerous for me, and that I try to avoid as much as possible. It's the candy. Candy?
Exactly. Yes, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sweets. Yeah, I love it. The candy, I love it, and it's very difficult for me. But during the season, I mean, during the Warrior, I try to avoid it as much as possible. Maybe sometime I get some of after the game, but yeah, yeah. Of course, I love the life, and the food is part of life. So, and especially in France and in Morocco, I feel we got the best food around the world. So yeah, I love the life, and you need to eat properly to have a good life. But yeah, with football, you have to make sacrifice, and try to follow special diet and everything. So it's not always easy to say no to to some kind of food, but it's okay. It's part of our job.
I want to go back to your childhood. In terms of what kind of a child you were, what kind of a teenager you were. Were you a rule breaker in school? Were you a difficult child to manage at home? Did you always run away? I don't know. Did you get into fights with people? What was early teen, late childhood, early teen years like?
Yeah, I was kind of a rule breaker. But
Shock.
not, I mean, I was like very kind of energetic kid. Always wanted to move, to do something, to be out, to play with my friends. Yeah, it was great when we were kids. The telephone, iPhone, and all didn't exist at that moment, so
No podcasts.
we could, yeah,
No.
we really could enjoy the life at that moment, and yeah, it was great. So yeah, I was when I was young, I don't really know how to define me. I was kind of, my head was hard, harsh. I don't know how to say what kind of word could I use in English, but yeah, yeah, I was always the guy happy to do something, to play. To I enjoy a lot my when I was young. I was a good I was a good student
Oh, you were a
as
good
well.
student. Which subjects were your best
Yeah.
subjects?
So when I got my graduation or diploma, I don't know what does it. What's
Yeah, diploma or
the
graduation,
diploma
more or
when
less the
you?
same thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
economy. But my
Oh
my
wow.
best topic is the geography.
Oh, that's why he travels that much, Eric. He
The,
knows all the capitals of all the countries in the world.
He knows where India is.
exactly.
Great.
I know all the maps, all the city, all the capitals, more or less in the world.
That's
Nice.
fantastic. And I was just
So
coming back to what you were on the pitch. Like, did you get sent off? Did you get red cards? You know, you have a tendency of getting under defenders' skins. You say something, go away, you annoy them. It's all part of your game. Did you do that when you were younger as well?
yeah, little bit, not that much. I never I've been sent off once in my career. It was here with Mumbai because I had small awards for the referee, and yeah, at the end bad experience because I got four games bad. I think I should not do it this kind of stuff again. But yeah, of course, when I was young, I was a bit, as you say, with the opponent, with the ref, and all, But I'm trying to getting older, I'm trying to calm down on this, and to be more focused on me, even if sometimes the referee in India are not the best. You have to deal with it and everything, and of course try to not focus on the opponent because it's only waste of energy and concentration.
Yeah, you live and you learn, don't you? And I think looking back to that move you made to Mumbai City FC, it looked really good for yourself. And like you said, you won the double with Mumbai City, and then it was backed by the City Group, a massive player in the game at the moment in world football. You moved across to ATK Mohammedan, now Mohammedan Super Giants. Can you talk us through why you made that decision to leave Mumbai when it looked like you're winning silverware, everywhere you were going, basically?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Let's talk about this, yes, quickly. So first, the move to Mumbai. Uh, after Goa, I was kind to like go back to Europe, and go back to like try to go back and have success in Europe at the highest level, But Mumbai offered me a project, I feel was a good project because it was good as financially as sports project because they were offering me, a door to get back to another league through Mumbai, through 2 years contract with 1 year at Mumbai, and then being shifted to another team in the City Group in US, in MLS, or in Spain or France. So I did the season, difficult season, because we're of course in the bio bubble and everything, and at the end of the season, they didn't unfortunately respect the agreement we had about going, to another team, which I feel at that moment, was kind of betrayal. You know what I mean? Yeah, so and at this moment, my agent has been in touch with Moon Bagan. I know that they were, like behind me since a moment, and they were kind of offering me a good project, with a long-term contract, with good condition, and of course, as everyone know, like an ambitious project, because they are a contender for the trophy every season, and for every trophy, So it was, quite logical to take this opportunity, even if at that moment I had like other opportunity, even in Europe. Since I've been in India, each and every season I got opportunity to go elsewhere, and when you get like other opportunity, couple of like choice, you made your own calculation, and what could be the best, And so yeah, at that moment, because I had 2 years contract with Mumbai, but because I feel they didn't respect the agreement and the project we had, it was impossible for me at that moment to stay at the club, and for me I had to go elsewhere at this moment. So yeah, so Mohun Bagan was after me. I gave like my agreement to go there, and then they find an agreement for the transfer, and I signed with Mohun Bagan in 2021, and yeah, I'm here and I'm happy, and we got a trophy last season, and it's a big team, and we got definitely the best player, the best squad in term, I think, on in quality with with the Indian and foreign player with great experience, many players from the national team and everything. So in terms of quality, I think us and Mumbai have the best quality, and I think that Mohun Bagan has still better player than Mumbai at the moment. With the new addition, of course, player like Tapa, Saad, Anwar Ali, and the other international player. As of now, I think in terms of quality in the squad, we got the best quality. But doesn't mean that we will have more success than any other team. It doesn't matter only the name you have in the team. There is much more to do than to win. We have to. You guys know football like me, no?
Some good transfers in there. Hugo, we were thinking of names. Who do we speak to for an assessment of you as a player, not just from as a teammate perspective, as a coach as well? So we spoke with Carlos Pena, and I'm gonna try and play a clip for you, and then you can react on the clip, and then
Okay.
we'll ask you about what it's like playing under different coaches. Okay, but listen to this clip from Carlos.
Who arrives to FC Goa one season before my arrival. He arrives very young. He didn't have the curriculum or the games played like the other foreign players in the squad. So the competition in that squad was very big. No, Edu Bedia was playing in his position. Also, Coro was competing with him. Came Palanca also the year I arrived. So the competition there was very 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 big and very tough to play, no, to have minutes. But I think it made him even stronger, no, because he had to show that he wanted to play, that he was prepared, he was ready to play in that FC Goa, and he's a very ambitious guy. He's a big competitor, and with very good performances and big numbers, he started playing regularly in the starting 11.
Hugo, that was Carlos Pena, and you can always talk about your first years in Goa, but those are more well documented in terms of how good you were. They were just incredible years. But how different has it been playing under 3 Spanish coaches? All 3 of them have won trophies, but all of them have this different system of play, from Lobera to Habas and Ferrando. Coming to Sergio Lobera first, what was it like playing under him? If you can give us a short little thing for every coach, that would be really nice.
Really glad to have listened about what Carlos said about me. We're still in touch. I know he's in Thailand right now in first division in a very good team. I wish him all the best if he's listening us. If I have to define with a couple of words, the work with Lobera, freedom and responsibility. So he give the confidence, he give the player responsibility, and to express our ability. He knows the ability of the player. That's why he take them with him, and and he doesn't give us any restriction on the pitch. He allow us to express all our quality, And the time I've been with him, of course, I've been with wonderful player like Jahu in the midfield, Edu Bedia, Koro at the front, and ability we had to link up. Erik could witness this at the moment because we play a couple of time against each other, and you have seen that we could find ourselves on the pitch with the closed eyes. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, we finished second in the regular season, and we lost in the final against BFC of Carles Quadrat and Mr. Partalu and Mr. Delgado.
So, yeah, sorry about that one. I didn't play that game, which was okay. I was injured, so I know your
Yeah,
pain
you were
about playing
injured.
with certain managers and what happens with under certain managers. I mean, that was quite formative for you at FC Gold. Almost for me, looking in the outside, it drove you to want to play in the next position and make sure you cemented your spot. What did it feel like playing under Habas? Because he seemed very defensive minded, and for yourself, a free soul that likes to take the ball and dribble. What was it like playing under Habas?
Yeah, quite different because Abbas has his own idea about football, but he has also a very very long experience as a footballer and a manager. As you know, he has been into football for the last maybe 40 years, or even more. So I respect a lot a coach like Antonio Abbas, not as a coach but as a human as well, because he's someone that I really like to interact with him, because he really say what he think about me and about the philosophy of football. So of course I play with him a couple of months. For me, if I'm a good player, as I have to adapt to different coach, manager, philosophy, even if I admit it, it's not easy, especially me, a player who like to have freedom on the pitch to go wherever I want, to try to drive the game, to dictate the game where there is space and everything. Yeah, it was still a good time. We had a good result in the AFC Cup at that moment, and now he's back. He's back with us here in Mount Bagan in a different role position as a sport director. So I'm really looking forward to work this season with him and to give success to the team.
Something that has intrigued us watching from a distance is your relationship with Juan. And it seems like there seems to be, he has a lot of respect for what you can do on the pitch. But sometimes it is very confusing to read your body language when you're coming off. Are things okay with Juan? What is it like playing under him?
Let's say everyone is different in this world. We have to be very, humble. Everyone has his own history, his own way, to be. To talk about football, he has his own idea, philosophy, which I think is similar to mine, which is the most important, and this I enjoy his practice, his training and everything, and I try to help him as much as possible, because at the end we have the same target. He's my coach. Maybe we don't communicate a lot and everything, but as I told you, I am still enjoying, to be at the practice every day, to give 100%, to try to raise the standard, my standard, and the standard of the team, and it's the same, when I'm on the pitch. I never go for a game without with a bad mentality or with bad minds to not want to play. Always I go on the pitch and I want to play, to enjoy football, of course. So yeah, sometimes you see me getting sub off and I'm not happy, but it's normal. Thankfully, I'm not happy. If I'm happy to get out of the pitch at that moment, maybe I should retire football. That's my mentality. That's my character. We are in the same team. He's my coach, and I respect him for that first. And the target is the same. Whoever is your partner, whoever is the coach, you go on the pitch, you try to enjoy first, because that's why we are on the pitch. Enjoy the ball and try to get the 3 points each time we are on the pitch.
Under all those managers, Hugo, do you think they could have won those trophies without you?
Which one? All of them. Yeah, of course. Well, I was part of the team. I had my role to fill at that moment in those team and everything. But there is many team across the world that are champion every season. Not only in India and even in India. I got a good contribution in terms of trophy. Of course, here in India, I got like five trophy, which is a lot because it's 5 in 5 years. But there is other team who have lived trophy. So yeah, I'm really happy to get those trophy, and I will try again to add the most contribution possible to the team this season and the seasons after. What do you think?
No, obviously, I'm going to say yes. I think you're a point of difference for us. I think playing against you, I knew how difficult it was, but also now watching you, analysing you, and commentating over you, it's a different ball game. You can just see that every team needs a Mozart, if you like, a creator. I think you paint that picture better than anybody else in the competition. We love watching you play, and you're only going to get better. You're not even at your peak yet, which is scary for everyone else. But it's been, great to watch you grow as a foreigner. Not many foreigners have come to India and actually grown and continued to grow and, driving those players around you. So you're doing a great job, mate.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and some excellent selection of words as well. Excellent answers. He's got quite the vocabulary going there. Even a couple of times he said, I don't know the word, but he knew exactly what the word was. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was Hugo Boumous, the midfield Mozart, as Erik Patalou likes to call him. And if you've always wondered who is Hugo Boumous, then we hope that this episode has answered your question. Until next time, thank you for tuning in to Off the Pitch.